Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. I got a good one for you today. I got the man, Johnny from Johnny Says Boxing. Give us a shout out, Johnny. Where can everybody find you?
What's up, guys? If you're watching on my channel, I say thank you. Go follow Gary at Gary 3D Boxing. If you're watching me on Gary's channel, Johnny Says Boxing on YouTube. We are converging right in the middle to come up with the best data info for you boys and girls to get this money. Let's do it.
What's good? What's good, DJ? What's good? All right. We want to get into this Australian. A lot of y'all were asking me about the Australian card. I was like, I don't know these guys. I don't follow the club fighters, domestic fighters, whatever. I don't know these guys, Johnny. You do. Yep. I got a lot of questions about it, and I felt like an idiot. Like I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, no, and this is why like I reach out to you on regional domestic American fight. It's the same thing. I live here. You live. It makes sense that we can lean in on each other for information like this. So yeah, I'll let you lead the dance, man. Whatever you want to start.
All right. So here's the card. And this is the whole. Is there anything else of note? Well, okay. Hang on.
Yeah. Erdenbot's not on that card though. Benitez.
Yeah, that's the Pro Box card. Yeah.
Okay, it's the four. It's that first four.
This one. Okay.
Yep. So it's those first four.
There's interesting odds on some of these.
Okay.
These look like close fights on paper. According to the bookmakers, these are close fights. Andrew Hunt.
Yep. Munir Fatih.
And Mohir Fatih. Now, Andrew Hunt, other than a douchebag that I used to go to high school with, who same name. Who is Andrew Hunt? Tell us about this fight.
Okay, this fight's actually pretty exciting, believe it or not. And I was telling the boys about this fight on my earlier live stream. And the fact that the odds right now, I'm just going off Australian odds. Munir is the favorite, $1.31. 100 on Munir gets your money back plus 31 bucks. The draw is 16-1. Hunt is not quite a 3-1 dog. Okay, Hunt has that young energy. He's a Tasman fighter. He's undefeated. He's aggressive. I haven't seen him live, but I've watched him, on the domestic level fight before. Not live. I've been in the crowd the last 3 fights Munir Fatih has had, and this dude has a cheering section. Munir Fatih, I went live. He was on the undercard of the Cesar Vaca Sam Goodman fight, and he knocked out Wade Ryan. And guys, Wade Ryan was a guy, doesn't have a perfect clean record, but he kind of was one of those guys with like a renaissance career in his mid-30s. He would, a tough out for anyone. And ironically enough, Vorobev, who's in the main event on this card against Balla, got stopped against Wade Ryan. And Munir Fatih, in his step-up fight, starched Wade Ryan, made him look very average. And there's a lot of hype around Munir Fatih. I think $1.31. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I don't have props on this, but I would put an asterisk by Munir Fatih's name, not only in this fight, but moving forward as a guy to keep an eye on coming out of Australia. The kid has class to him.
Do you remember Fatih? The name sounds
great.
Yeah, he made us good money earlier this year. That's
yes, he did,
Johnny. Yeah,
the Cesar Vaca Sam Goodman card. We got him on knockout. We got him on knockout for like 280. He starched Wade.
There you go. Shout out.
So that's what I like. And I gotta be honest with you boys before we continue. There's 4 fights we're gonna talk about. If I'm being 100% transparent, I'm probably only gonna play 2 of them. Munir Fatih is one of them. The other one is May Solomon versus Jazzy Parr. I'm gonna play. I got action on.
You got a video on that. You did a video on that fight.
Yeah,
I checked it out.
Do you want to start?
I'm going to do my own take on this. Yeah. Go ahead. No, I want you to play point here. I want you to break down the defense here.
Okay, then if we're going to do that, let's talk about the first girl fight first. The Stephanie Lee cutting fight versus Mariah. She's fighting Mariah Turner. Now, I'm not uploading a stats zone line on this, and I'm very close to taking the favorite here. This is one of those ones I'm not going to play, but I'm going to tell you the breakdown on it. Stephanie Lee Cutter, she's undefeated boxer. She's a boxer puncher. Her style, she is, likes to kind of control the pace and dictate, where the fight takes place. She's fighting a real tough lifelong combat sports athlete, Mariah Turner. I don't know if you remember her name. She's a kickboxing champion. She does have one loss in boxing as a pro. She's come forward, volume, wants to get you out of there. These girls both could crack. And, they're a little bit heavier. This isn't going to be your super flyweight matchup. I think they're both fighting at, is this a welterweight? I'd have to look at, they're fighting at featherweight. So, but Mariah Turner is a favorite for a reason, and I know a lot of the boys in my Discord were asking me, is Stephanie Lee cutting live? I just don't think so. I don't think Stephanie is going to be able to handle the pedigree from Mariah Turner. Am I betting on this fight? Probably not. If you guys are betting, I would take Mariah Turner on the money line because $1.47 is pretty good.
We got around 250 to 200 is where she's at here. So about 2-1 is what we have.
Yeah. And I think, the way the punter, so Aussie gamblers are called punters. I learned that Turner on your parlay, you should probably wait another day because I think money will be coming in on Stephanie versus Mariah. And then it'll probably squeeze the odds a little bit closer. And if you want Stephanie, you probably should take her now.
So I just want to confirm that Stephanie go now, Mariah wait for it. You think these odds are going to get closer? Yeah.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna get closer. I think because when you look at the records, you're gonna see the odds. You're gonna see one is undefeated, and they both have knockouts. So the average punter who really isn't gonna do as much film study, and they're just looking at odds, they're gonna put money on Stephanie Lee for sure. And it's a showcase fight for her. She looks all the part. She has a cult fan base. She ticks the boxes. She's marketable. I don't know if you know about women's boxing in Australia, Gary, in terms of it's blowing up. I mean, think about off the top of the head how many world champions we have from Australia. And so Stephanie Lee cutting is kind of in that same vein in terms of what the promoters think what they have with her. I think she has her hands full against Mariah Turner.
I want to address this real quick. Gary, and I'll let you address this too. Do we like Fulgham at minus 500? I don't like the price on it, but yeah, I'm doing the tape on it now. I'll have that video out for you guys today. Fulgham is better. He should win. I don't love minus 500 though. Fulgham by decision. Yes, I like Fulgham to win. But I'll let I'll pass the rock to Johnny too.
Yeah, the boys are loving this fight for some reason. I've heard a lot of the guys mentioning in my Discord that DFG is on upset alert, and I mean both guys have losses to. They both have fought Bektemir, so both guys have lost to Bektemir. I got to be honest, man. Me and you debated. It was one of our first debates like 6 months ago, and I had Bektemir, but up until that late knockdown, that's a DFG fight. You know what I mean? It was the knockdown swung things. So we're talking about a totally different matchup if that knockdown doesn't happen. And so Stevens is tough. I'm not playing this fight. I mean, I know some guys are like getting excited about chasing underdogs every week. Do I think the odds are too wide? Probably. Am I going to say that Stevens beats Fulgham? I don't think so, man. People still think they have a world champion with Fulgham.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree. I think there's world championship potential there. Me and Johnny, I'm not trying to sound, like whatever. Me and Johnny will tell you where there's an underdog that you should chase. Stevens is not the underdog. Fulgham's probably going to win the fight. I would say almost certainly going to win the fight. It's going to be ugly. You're going to sweat it out. And I don't love, at minus 500, there are probably better bets than Fulgham. But if you really want to put Fulgham in your parlay, I'm 90% confident he'll win.
You know what's interesting is what I've heard. I brought this up in my my tape, and it's uploading as we speak. The Nick Flash Tiger Johnson breakdown and my prediction on it. I've seen the same narrative being passed around with Stevens. People are trying to dismiss the first round knockout to Joshawn James, and I've heard people try to spin this narrative like, oh, if a guy gets starched in the first round, I don't think too much of it. I'm like, what do you mean? And then they say
yes
the same thing.
No. Yes,
they say the same thing about Nick Flash.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question now. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think that's all good. Fair. I think that's a fair point. Do you think less of Tevin Farmer because he got starched in the first round by Kid Austin?
See, do I think less of him at this stage of his career because he's a veteran? Yes, I do. But that's only because the variables. Because what was at stake, the type of preparation, what he's been through, what he's lost in his past, what he was fighting for, and for that to have happened, him coming out like that and allowing that to happen, I think, yeah, I
Okay.
I look less of a, but a guy who is what's your take on that? That, and maybe it's because I took Tevin to win and I'm still salty.
I took Tevin to win too, and if they fought again, I wouldn't weigh too much of that in there. There's a
Oh,
psychology that I could go into. I don't like fighting this guy, but if they fought again, I would give Tevin a fighting chance to win that fight.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
he got caught. He got caught early.
he
It
got caught
happened.
cold. But
Yeah.
but
Have you
see
ever
that,
had an amateur fight where the guy comes out like shot out of a cannon and you're kind of
yes.
just
It
okay?
was
I
like
mean, it happens. He got
every
caught. It
amateur,
happens.
literally up until a certain level, when you're a young kid, every time you're in an organized fight, even smokers,
Yeah.
your opponent's. That's what you just get used to, though. This fucking guy is just shooting his load in the first minute. You know that this is what tends to happen at the amateur level. Not like Olympic amateur level, but like you know what I'm saying. I look, Floyd took a risk doing that, and it paid off. But at the same token, Tevin's the veteran. Tevin's the guy who felt like he still had world champion caliber, and he's the one who came out cold. So I put the emphasis on the guy who got starched. Like, bro, you weren't warmed up in the back. Like, you weren't hitting pads. Like, what are we doing? You're coming out. You're a veteran. You should know this. So, yeah, here we
Name
go.
any good
He
current Caucasian.
he was
Caucasoid. What percentage Caucasoid?
Yeah, he was getting he was on my live stream yesterday talking about how he said word for word, the whites know how to talk about boxing, but the whites don't know how to box. I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
Sonny Edwards and Charlie Edwards.
I mean, who's
They're Caucasoid enough, are they not?
isn't
Charlie
Nick
Edwards is coming back.
isn't Nick Ball world champion?
Nick Ball. There you go. There's some
Wasn't
Caucasoids for you.
yeah, what I mean, Sam Goodman was a world champion at what, 18? And then or at 22? Or
Sam Goodman is another one. Yeah,
yeah,
there you
Sam
go.
Goodman. But I mean, why does it have to
It's
be
kind
about
of a trap question because white Europeans tend to be taller, right? People in Europe tend to be taller, so you're not going to have as many in the smaller weight classes. So it's like saying name a good Asian heavyweight. Well, that doesn't mean Asians aren't good fighters. It just means that they typically aren't heavyweights.
Well, my opinion on this question, this is a low IQ question. I don't like playing this game. I feel like the idea of differentiating race in anything just means that you're operating at a low IQ. It's not really big business stuff. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I'm just interested what his point is, right? Like, let's say I couldn't name any white guy who was good under 135. Let's say I concede. I don't because we just did, but let's say I concede that point.
He's salty. He's salty that Kelly Pavlik knocked out Edson Miranda still. That's why he's salty.
Is that what it is? Okay.
No. I just made that up.
I think it's funny because there always is. It's no other sport, but there is this underlying tribalism in boxing. There is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't like playing that game though. But yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. 79 in the house, holla.
Virgil had me worried after the Boachuk fight. I've gone back. I've watched that fight 3 times now.
I just watched it. I watched it last night too.
He won every round. He didn't get knocked down. And the fight really wasn't that close. It really wasn't. Like Virgil won 9 rounds in that fight.
The fight that I was going back, and shout out to he's in my Discord. I think he's on your live as well. What's his name? His name will come to me.
We were going back crossover. We have a lot of crossover. Like our Venn diagrams really intersect. Yeah,
for sure. And I had just rewatched Madrimov and Verge, and I told him, I was like, dude, Madrimov, that was a closer fight than people think, man. And one of my guys was in Riyadh, and this is something Madrimov never talked about, and he wouldn't bring it up. I guess everybody was sick in Riyadh. His whole camp, they tried pulling out, and Madrimov allegedly got threatened to fight that fight. Did you know about this?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much to take on that. It's not like I'm making excuses, but I guess where I was getting at is that led me to rewatch Lubin versus Seb. And mate, what I learned in Lubin versus Seb is my narrative initially was like Lubin, gets dropped in the second, Seb gets dropped in the 7th, the fight gets stopped in the 9th due to the damage. that was it, and it was close on the scorecards. What I realized and what I learned since watching the tape was the fact that that's not where Lubin wants to fight. Seb was forcing him to fight Seb's fight. Lubin had to dig deep to even be in that area that moment. Lubin wants to fight at a different range. He wants to fight mid, and Virgil is going to eat that up. His hand speed, where Verge is comfortable, his body shots, the in the pocket stuff. So I've totally, after rewatching the tape, was like, yeah, Verge, this is tailor made for Verge.
How did we forget about this guy, by the way, when we were naming Caucasians?
Ukrainian, I don't know. Yeah.
How do we forget about this guy?
Because we're not we're not racist.
Yeah, it's not something. It's not something that really crosses my mind. But
yeah, I don't like defending. I don't like defending. Like, why you put that guy put me in a position to defend what? Like, what is white anyway? Like, my father was from Czechoslovakia. My mother's from Tuscany. Like, what does white mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, my mom is from Sicily. Is she Arab or is she white? Like, that's a whole, that's a whole
like
thing.
the Moors, the North Africans, like my girlfriend's from Sicily and Calabria. So you look at her whole family, and south of Rome, you have the darker hair, dark eyes, brown hair. My whole Italian family is green eyes and blonde hair. So it's like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like a pigmentation of our skin. So.
He was being racist in your chat yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. DJ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. With I had Breaking Bad on, and me and Breaking Bad was kind of torturing him too.
All that shit is white, bro. Yeah, I think so, right? But then, like, you look at
this is another low IQ comment though, because you must not know anything about ancient history and empires and who ruled what. That idea of what white isn't a real thing. You know, what were the Ottomans? What were the Romans? What was happening with the Turkish Empire? Like, the idea of what white is more of a cultural thing, I think, depending on where you are in the world.
It is and it isn't, right? Because it's cultural, sure. But if people looked at you and I, they would say that we're white. And like, yes, okay, right? Like, they'd be correct. So it's cultural and it's not. Like, it is.
What's Dimitri Bivol? What's Dimitri Bivol?
He's Asian, right?
What's our term better be?
It's fair. Like, there's certainly some great, and that's why I say it's genetic, but it's also cultural. Like, it's both.
What's the Spanish Empire? Do you know anything about the Spanish conquistador? How about the Argentinians? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know.
I'll go to Sicily. I'll go to Sicily, and there'll be people who are dark, like Paulie Malignaggi and darker, and they're white, right? They're white.
North Africa's right there.
Yeah, I'll go over to North Africa. I'll go to Afghanistan, and they're lighter than me, but they're not white. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to Afghanistan, it's not rare to see people with blue eyes, right?
It's a low IQ conversation.
It's kind of like, well, they're lighter than me or lighter than people in Greece who are white, and they're paler, but they're not. It's cultural, and it's
in boxing. I get it. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio. I grew up with just white. I didn't know what racism was, so I moved to California. In Youngstown, we were all poor, so it was white and black Puerto Ricans, and nobody had anything. So there was no division of racism. It wasn't until I moved to Cali when there were millionaires and homeless people, then I started seeing real racism. It was crazy.
All right, they want to know about this too. This is an interesting one. Astrolabio
Akatsugi. Jesus.
Akatsugi. This is a really good fight. I kind of want to roll the dice here on the dog, but I don't want to taste the dog either. What are your thoughts on this? This is a really fun fight. This is a pro box type fight. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I have two fights. I need to watch Astrolabio's last two fights. I've watched what I need to see from Akatsugi. So I need more time. It's Wednesday morning here. So ask me that question in 24 hours. I'll be able to have another answer for you. I have like there's only so many hours in a day where I could watch the fights, but I do have in my notes that I need to watch those last two fights from Astrolabio.
All right, I don't want to digress too far off. I want to get back to that Jasmine Parr fight and then this other fight where I don't know these people. Jasmine Parr, May Solomon, your thoughts on that?
Okay, May Solomon, 27 years old, Egyptian-born fighter, had a pretty good amateur career. She's had a good pro career, And I'm a fan of her. She's my friend. I know her. She's a really tough fighter. She's really gritty. Look, because of the influx of female boxing in Australia, these ladies take it freaking personal, meaning they stay in the gym, they're always fit, they're always leveling up. So you never it was like the Chicken versus when Chicken fought Shernika. I never saw that level with Shernika. Like I was
Yeah.
not expecting that level. It's just that she had leveled up. And then when we just saw Chicken leveled up. She had won her last. Anyway, my point is, May Solomon, she's gonna have the power advantage. She's the naturally bigger girl. This fight's at super flyweight. I give her the power. I give her, the size, but when it comes to Jazzy Parr, mate, Jazzy Parr was born into this. Her mother, Angie Rivera, was a pro fighter. Her father, John Wayne Parr, is a legend. When you think about the best kickboxers, Muay Thai fighters who were white, you think about Ramon Deckers and you think about John Wayne Parr. John Wayne Parr is a goddamn legend in Muay Thai. And so Jazzy was doing martial arts when she was born, right out the womb, dude. She did jiu-jitsu as a 5-year-old. She took pro fights in Thailand as a Muay Thai fighter. And at 22 years old, she turned pro a couple years ago in boxing. And I was telling people in my breakdown, this is the fact that if you ever spar somebody, if you're a boxer, for some reason down here in Sydney, because Thailand's right here, we have a lot of Muay Thai. Muay Thai is very popular here. I've sparred a lot of Muay Thai guys who've come up to me who asked me to spar in boxing rules. And the first thing you pick up on as a boxer is they don't punch hard. They can't punch because they can't sit down on their shots because they have to worry about getting head kicked. They have to worry about check-in. They have to
Yeah.
worry about check-in leg kicks. So it's not, and they give you both shoulders, their movement shit. In terms of Western boxing, I would never fight a Muay Thai fighter in Muay Thai rules, but these fools will come up to you, let's box. I was like, all right, motherfucker, they got no feet, no head movement. They're fun to spar because you can just try new shit on them. Jazz is learning how to sit on her punches. She's 22 years old. She's knocked out her last 2 opponents. May's knocked out her last 3 opponents. Jazz's only loss is to Shannon O'Connell. Shotgun Shannon, dude, a full-grown woman. Jazzy fought her at like 20. I thought Jazzy won that fight. O'Connell has a win over undisputed champion Shernika Johnson. So when it comes to class, technique, when you watch Jazzy, if you've never seen her box before, and you're a fan of the minutia of the little details, you're in for a treat. So I got Jazzy on the money line.
Well, how confident are we in that?
I'm 100%.
Okay.
But
I'm looking here at
May
May Solomon. I'm gonna be
You know,
honest. She's easy on the peepers. I'll be honest.
Bro, I sent you her profile 3 months ago to study up on her.
You're right.
This was her.
You're right.
Because I was at it was at the undercard. I was hanging out with she was supposed to fight her. It was right before the Sky Nicholson fight. It was that fight week because we had fights here in Sydney, and I was at the casino, and I told you about May.
You're right. You did.
Yeah,
That's why the name. Okay. Yeah.
Now pull up Jazzy.
How's she on the
Watch.
peepers? She's gonna be rough on the peepers.
Oh no, just
Maybe.
watch. You'll see. Type in Jazzy Parr.
Okay.
I feel bad though because I remember when she's young.
We're not gonna.
Yeah. No, this is what the boxing. This is what Australian female boxing does at weigh-ins. I think it started with You good?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry, my bad. I hit the wrong button.
I think that it started with Ebony Bridges. I don't know if it was a thing in American female boxing, but Bridges would do her weigh-ins in like lingerie.
Yeah.
And so those photos you brought up of Jazzy, that's at weigh-ins. That's just boxing content. So
Yeah.
like they all get in their like lingerie and get on the scales, and it's kind of like whoever goes viral first gets propped up on these fight cards. It's just that Jazzy has the pedigree, May could fight, and they both just coincidentally are pretty women. You know what I mean? Pretty girls. I mean, Jazzy's so young. She's 22. She's like a kid.
22 is an adult, though. I mean, I'm 42.
I know.
It's not, but
yeah,
yeah.
I'm 43, but I'm older than you.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
And then the last one, I don't know these fighters at all. Are we?
Yeah, Balla
and Sergey
Vorobev. Yeah. Okay. So Balla was going life and death with Jin Sasaki. It was a good fight. Watch that fight.
So We're taking Vorobev. Is that what we're saying? Johnny, you froze up me a little bit. Uh-oh. Why is this? We lost Johnny. Johnny, you're back. We lost you for a second.
Okay. So what did I get cut
Mike
off?
says, "No way, Johnny, you're older than Gary." Why is that so hard to believe? Why? What?
I think because I didn't have kids. Sometimes having kids is stressful. I don't know. I think age is a
You
weird
can,
one, man. Age is a weird one.
you
I don't
can
like
still have
getting
kids. We're not like women. You can have kids till Trump had a kid at 60. Al Pacino
Yeah.
had a kid at 82. You can have a kid. You can have a
Yeah.
kid.
I don't like taking compliments for things like that anyway. So, but anyway, I was talking about Vorbev versus Balla. Balla was in life and death with Sasaki before the Norman Jr. fight, winning rounds, and got knocked out. And then Vorbev trains Bondi Boxing Club, Tony Delvecchio. He's been featured before. He's been a guy that they propped up once or twice, and every time he's been propped up, things really hasn't gone his way. He got beat against Wade Ryan, and like I said, Wade Ryan got stopped in his last fight against Fatih. So I like Balla on this fight. I'm not playing it though.
Like Balla. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not playing it though.
All right. So the only ones you're playing are Fatih
Two.
and Par.
Jazzy. Yep. I'm taking those are the two I'm putting money on. But if I were to pick look, you guys are gonna probably talk me into it. I'll do an Australian parlay. I'll put a little bit on all four. If I had to pick all four, it's Par, Fati, Mariah Turner, and Balla.
But just for the audience, I'm gonna pull this up. Just for the audience, and I want to share this. You would sign off on this parlay. Par and Fati.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
minus 134. That's not bad. You would sign off on this?
I have action on that.
There you go, guys. We got a parlay from Johnny. There you go.
Yeah. The boys are
I've
gonna
got
get that.
nothing to do with it unless it hits. Then it was my idea too. If it misses,
course.
it's only Johnny's idea. Yeah.
Burn the house down, baby. Burn the house down.
All right. I do want to get to the rest of the fights. We do have a big fight weekend. We got a lot. Start with Tiger Johnson and Nicholas Flores. It's a great fight. I'm really impressed with what Tiger Johnson has done his last couple of outings after what seemed to be a disappointing start to his top-ranked career. He's turned it up a bit. He still doesn't have much power. He kind of reminds me of a high level Eddie Hearn type fighter where he's just kind of boxing from the outside. There's no next gear, but he did show a little bit in the Kenneth Castaneda fight. So let me pass you the ball and you break down a fight everyone's interested in. I think the best fight of the weekend.
I can't wait for this fight. Okay, so let's first do our little triangle math deduction. Nick Flas fights Janelson, gets knocked out in the first. Tiger fights Janelson, pretty much beats him every round. That was Tiger's last fight, second and 47.
That fight was close, Johnny. Boca Chica was competitive in that fight, I thought.
You can maybe give Janelson 3 rounds.
I was at that fight. Where was that fight? I was there because I interviewed Boca Chica before the fight. And
was
I
it
said
in Philly?
Was it in Philly? Where
or
was
Jersey?
No. It was a top-ranked card. Where the hell was that?
Somebody
look that up.
So anyway, I don't think it was controversial at all.
It wasn't controversial. Tiger won, but I thought Tiger did close.
Was it 10-rounder? 7-3 Tiger, 6-4 maybe, but Janelson definitely lost.
Yeah,
Janelson definitely lost that. He definitely lost that fight. Okay.
One quick question: do you think both women's fights go the distance? Just real quick. Both women's fights.
I think Jazzy versus May definitely goes the distance. Mariah and Cutting, they could crack. Like I said, I'd probably play a stop. I don't know, man. Probably, yeah. I don't like playing stoppages on
Virginia. That's where the fight was. It was supposed to be the Keyshawn card. Keyshawn...
We got blacked out from that. We didn't get to see that fight card.
Okay.
Damn it. I had to watch it late. But I don't, unless your name's Gabby Fundora, I'm really not taking girls on stoppage.
What about what about Dubois?
Dubois fun to watch.
She's gonna stop people too. She stops people. Yeah.
I just haven't really bet on her to win. I mean, historically, where I've won my money has just been on Gabby by stoppage. But where I was at though with Tiger is the fact that this will be his third fight. People look at Kendo Castaneda. I'm glad you kind of gave Kendo a little bit of flowers. His record won't say it. He's tough as nails. Fighters know. The
Kendo's one of my
fighters.
good friends, like one of
Yeah,
my good in real life friends. I love
yeah.
Kendo.
Fighters know about Castaneda. That dude's tough as nails. Tiger looked like he was proving something. So I shared some insider info, whatever you want to call it, in my Discord. I shared some voice notes with my guy. And he's been with Tiger since the amateurs. Been with Tiger since the Olympics. But he's not in his camp. He covers all of boxing. It's like how you cover Texas fighters. He covers Ohio, and it's not made public. But Tiger left Pernice Brewer, so Pernice has been Tiger's coach since Tiger's, I think, third pro fights, and was with him up until. And he told me that he was like, "You guys will find out when during fight night." But Tiger has a new camp. I think a lot. I love when I see an undefeated guy or a guy who comes off of a win change camps. I'd much rather see a guy change camp after a win than a guy who changed camps after a loss. Sort of like Tim's. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
Guys get their first L, they clean house. But Tiger's doing this from an offensive standpoint. Man, the kid is super technical. I like how he fights off the back foot. I like his 1-2. I like his right hand. With Nick Flaz, man,
He's got to come forward though. He's got to come forward more. Like, you can't
Nick
win
Flaz
at the
is
highest
slow.
level if you can't come
Flaz
forward.
is slow, no head movement, decent timing. He doesn't hide anything. I think Flaz is pretty basic. He's tough though, and he's charismatic.
He's tough though. You can be you. Mikey Garcia is basic. Like you can win being basic.
I wouldn't be shocked if I take Tiger by stoppage.
I'm not taking Tiger by stoppage. I want to just ramble here. I like, so we both like Tiger. I love Tiger by decision. I like it to go over. Yeah,
that's the move. That's the move.
When Mayer called Sandy Ryan a trashy woman, I don't remember this. She was projecting, I reckon. Did this happen?
I don't know, but Michaela Mayer's never going to win Women of the Year. She's never.
I've met her. She strikes me as a person who's mean to the waiter. Like she really does.
You know what she strikes me, and this is only because I grew up with 3 sisters, and they're not like this. My sisters are beautiful people. Michaela reminds me of just a girl who's been around guys her whole life, been around guys in a locker room her whole life. She's and she's a champion, so she has something to prove. And she's never been able to compartmentalize that edge in the gym versus the edge on how to treat people outside the gym. That's how I see it. I
don't like her. I've talked to her before. I talked to her and Christina Ponce when they were the first ever women panel doing a fight, right? And I just don't like her personally.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
She's a great fighter. Like, I think she's excellent. And then, like, after the Sandy Ryan fight, the first one at the Garden, I was there. And we're doing the post-fight interview. And she said a lot of people think that Sandy Ryan won. Someone said that. A lot of people thought it was close. And she goes, "Who thinks Sandy Ryan won that fight?" I said, "Everyone ringside thought Sandy Ryan won." And she's like, "Really?" Like, yeah.
You said that?
Yeah, it's true. There was probably 100 people ringside. 95 of them thought Sandy Ryan won the fight. I was one of them, right?
What'd she say?
She couldn't really say. What are you going to say? Would say everybody ringside thought Sandy Ryan won the fight. What's she going to say?
She probably thinks you're mean.
Good. Someone had to say it. Like, there's no point in interviewing someone if you're just gonna fluff them up. Who thought Sandy Ryan won? Everybody ringside. Everyone said the same thing. It's very close, probably 6-4 Sandy. Right? Everybody said the same thing.
It was close. It was close.
This guy's entertaining me today. Here are some notable American Caucasian boxing analysts: Max Kellerman, Jim Lampley, Mark Kriegel, Teddy Atlas. There hasn't been any global boxing superstars that's Caucasian. Thank you. So Lomachenko and Usyk aren't superstars. All right, extraordinary. Tyson Fury isn't a superstar. Okay.
Usyk. All right. I guess Usyk's not a superstar.
Yeah, I guess not. This is poor trolling. This is poor trolling.
I think that might be PJ.
You think so?
So go back. Somebody said that I switched. No, I didn't.
Johnny, it said you switched to Flash. No. I don't know what you said in the Discord. I know on your stream you also picked.
Johnny, you were saying you switched to Flash. Did you switch? No. I never switched. I'm uploading my video right now. You guys haven't even seen my official prediction. 2 weeks ago, I started with Nick, and then, you do your work, and then I'm sold on Tiger. Yeah, we covered that.
Great to see you two chop it up. Great to have you here, boxing fans. Shout
Boxing fans, the man, dude.
out. All right, let's look at the rest of the card. Let's look at the rest of the fight weekend. Let me
Okay,
pull
we
up the rest
covered
of
all
it.
of Australia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, good. We're on. Let's do
We
it.
did Astrolabio and
I need another
Akatsugu.
24 hours. I need another 24 hours on the Astrolabio film.
A lot of these are not worth my time. Josh
Did
Edwards
you?
minus 10,000. I mean, these aren't worth betting.
How about
Fulgham and
Erdenbot
Stevens.
Benitez?
What was that?
Er-
Yeah. Do you see
Erdenbot
that?
Benitez?
Bat would have to sleep. I mean, Benitez is a real opponent. This isn't a.
I think those odds are crazy, aren't they? What do you
Yeah,
think?
the odds are wild.
The odds are wide.
I wouldn't touch this. Like, there's better bets at minus 1,600 than Tendy.
Yep.
And I wouldn't take Tendy by stoppage if you can get it. I just, Benitez is he's not going to win, but it's not going to look like a minus 1,600 fight, right?
No, he's solid.
Yeah, I don't know why the odds are like that. I don't know.
I'm
not gonna bet him to win, but at plus 750, like that's kind of wild. He ain't gonna look like a 7.5 to 1 dog. I'm just saying.
I'm really as we get closer to fight night, I'm really loving Virgil by stoppage.
I've been trying to say this.
Hey man, I had to do my homework, bro. You know what? It all comes down to. I was talking to my guy, and he proved I never took in consideration where Erickson loves to fight at and where he doesn't love to fight at, and he loves mid range. He's comfortable there. And when you look with Virgil's kitchen is in the wheelhouse, and Virgil's volume and his hand speed and his body punching, it's gonna be a fun fight. I'm going Virgil.
While it lasts, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it not to go the distance.
Same.
And I like Virgil by side. I think not to go because even if you think Lubin's going to win, he's going to stop. He's not going to win a decision because he's going to get outworked. He doesn't throw that much. Virgil throws a lot.
He's a pot shotter. Yeah, he's kind of like a pot shotter almost. He's like Erickson Lubin is like the net. All right, I think I said this before. People thought it was controversial. All four are southpaws. Is Jahai a southpaw?
Is Jahai Tucker a southpaw?
I think he is.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, I think he is. Pull that up real quick.
It says orthodox, but why do I feel like you're right? Let me look at a picture of him fighting. No.
He's ortho?
He's ortho, yeah.
Okay, so Truck Simpson southpaw, Erickson Lubin southpaw, Errol Spence Jr. southpaw. They all kind of have this sort of like flat foot sort of, EJ's the top of the chain there. And then Erickson is like they're all kind of they all remind me of each other kind of. I think Truck, I always call Truck like almost a lower version of EJ.
Yeah.
But I think Eric doesn't throw enough. I think he pot shots, and I think Virgil is going to overwhelm that style. But I mean, kind of my wallet is with Virgil. I'm kind of cheering for Lubin though, all things considered. I'm betting on Virgil. I like a comeback story, mate. I like a kid who got knocked out when he was 20 and then overcomes the odds. I'm a storyteller, dude. I like it.
The thing about Lubin is he's just not that good. Like I just watched the tape on him, and people are like he's going to beat Verge. On what planet in what sport is he going to beat Verge?
You know, Verge is still. People are still going to talk shit about Verge even if he stops Eric.
Yeah, I know because it doesn't matter. It's just the narrative. Once he stops Lubin, everyone's just going to say, "Well, Lubin wasn't that good." It's like, well, you picked him to beat Verge, right? Like
Exactly. So Verge is basically dealing with what Bud had to deal with his whole like fighters have to deal with this in boxing until they.
That was wild. What they put Bud through was wild. Like
people forget those years with Top Rank. He was like shelved and like and then the public discourse about him was insane. It's like, what does this guy have to do?
I've always said he's a near perfect fighter. Like if you took Crawford to the gym and he said, "What do we need to work on?" Really, nothing. Really, I mean, just do what you do. Like, I mean, yeah,
it's that mean streak. It's that mean streak. You never like he's never that fighter in between rounds. You have to be like shit. Hopefully his corner gets through to him this round. Some guys you have to like, come on, dude, fucking wake up.
I do like this bet. Tiger to go the distance at minus 430.
Yeah, that's logically that's the move. Especially if you're on Team Tiger. But
Lubin gonna put the jab on him. Lubin doesn't really work. He's got a good jab. He just doesn't really work it that much. It's not like he's constantly pumping it,
if that
doubling it up. He really
he
doesn't work
better
the
be
jab like that.
he better have his timing on point. If the only way that's happening is if Virgil continuously makes mistakes and runs on and doesn't change up. But Virgil's smarter than people think, man.
I don't
Virgil
think he
said
is. I love Verge. I don't think I watched the tape on him with the Boachuk fight. He was really predictable in his approach, and that's why
he was
Boachuk had some success with him.
well. He was watch the fight prior and watch how he fights before he gets knocked down. He was fighting with his ego. He was fighting emotionally. He wanted to get it back. So that's not necessarily like who he is, and I think he's going to learn. He's still what 27. He was 26.
Yeah,
I think when he fought Boachek, and he had only had a few fights at 54, and a lot of them, a couple of them were first round knockouts. He's still proving those doubters wrong in his head. Watch what he posts on Instagram. It's always this sort of like really kind of like, all right, I'll show you sort of thing. That almost made him. He almost paid for that shit though. You can't just run on trying to fight, trying to get your get back. You got to be patient.
I want to address this comment. What weight do you give the Texas cards if Lubin makes it to the final bell? I don't think he does, but if he does, Verge is up 4-0 to start the fight. I give everyone, and when I interview Lubin, because I'm going to the press conference, when I interview Lubin, the first thing I'm going to say to him is, I give you full credit for fighting a Texas fighter in Texas. That's how I'm going to start every interview with every guy who comes in to fight a hometown fighter, because you already know you're not getting a fair decision. I remember talking to Eddie Hearn when he was making the Bam and Sonny Edwards fight, and I said he's definitely coming to the U.S. I asked, and he said, "Yeah, we're doing it in the U.S." And I asked Eddie, "Are we doing it in San Antonio?" He's like, "No, it's not fair to ask Sonny Edwards to fight Bam Rodriguez in Texas. He already can't knock him out, and now he won't be able to win a decision either." Eddie Hearn said that about his fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing. Like, Paulie Mellon, Chris Algieri was on a Pro Box card, said Texas judges really like aggressive fighters. And Paulie Mellon nodded, said, "You know what else Texas judges like? Texas fighters." It's evident, like, it is evidently true. Going all the way back, right? It's just true. So, yes, like, that is a real thing. I said this in the chicken fight. If that chicken fight, in her last fight with Lourdes, if that's somewhere else in the country, chicken loses wide. Why? But it wasn't. It was in Texas.
What's your opinion on how they're moving Eric Priest?
I'm not that high on Priest. Like, he's good.
He's still fighting guys like he's ranked in the top 40. He's right. He's fighting
top ranked. I mean, not top. Golden Boy does this with all their fights. They did this with Verge. They did it. They do it with Kid Austin. This is what
manufacturing. We get it, but like, I want to see. He's still only 26. Okay, I thought he seems older. I guess he's only 26. I want to see him step up though. Jesus.
I agree with my man Bipolar here. Verge getting better and better. I think he stops Lubin with a body shot. I agree.
Yeah, I can see that. That's Team RGBA.
Eddie Hearn got the gift of gab. Talked skies draws off. He's definitely got the gift of gab.
His father being a multi-millionaire helps too, though. He doesn't have to speak when his father created Matchroom, the whole empire.
This is we're gonna have male improvement right here, guys. Okay, does having millions of dollars and having a famous daddy help? It doesn't hurt, right? That's for sure. Women don't love money as much as you think that they do. And I can prove this in a couple of ways. Men work more overtime than women because men value money more than women do. Men go into higher paying professions than women do because men value money more. There's been studies done. When men are on a job interview, the questions they ask is, how do I make more money? How do I get a promotion? Can I work overtime? When a woman goes on a job interview, she asks quality of life questions. She asks questions like, how much vacation time? How much time off? What time do we leave? Right? Those are the questions that they ask. I do a lot of work with homeless people, right? With my ministry, we do a lot of work with the homeless people. You'll see a lady bum who could sleep with someone else, but she stays with that male bum because she's with him. Women value security. Money is a form of security, but women don't value money as much as you think that they do. Men value money more than women do for the reasons I just named. I just want to do a little male improvement on that as well. What can get a woman? Sure, some women are impressed with money, some are. What they really are impressed with is confidence. You could have all the money in the world. If you don't approach a woman with confidence, you're either going to strike out or she's just going to use you for stuff. Go
You
ahead.
forgot a very with the male who's going for that job. What are his intentions with going for that job? He wants money to get the draws off. It's status. It's status. I mean, it's a look. Money helps. That's all I'm gonna say.
It doesn't
money,
hurt. It
money
doesn't.
definitely helps.
But we've all seen this. We've all know a guy who's got a ton of money who can't get any chicks. Right?
Yeah.
They made a show about it called Matchmaker Millionaire. There were a bunch of guys that were millionaires who couldn't get chicks. And we all have a friend who's broke and fat and pulls girls left and right. Why? Because he has confidence. It's all about talking to him, right? Like, and money can't help you approach him with confidence. It's just a fake it till you make it thing.
I love all the memes going around since Trump or since, I don't know, I'm not in America. I love all the memes going around.
Maybe.
I love all the memes going around since I guess with the EBT got cut or something, and the boys are like, the girls are back, $40, $20 at McDonald's, baby, we back. Anyway, it's an interesting one. Women initiate divorces more than men. Check out the domestic abuse rates between women on women relationships. That's the crazy one. The violence.
Yeah, the most vile relationships are like if you look at the divorce rate amongst lesbians, it's close to 100%. It's like in the 80s. And the highest rates of domestic abuse are in lesbian marriages.
Look, I don't want to, dude. I love women, man. I feel like we're lingering in murky waters out here. I date a very strong, powerful, successful corporate woman. She was the first ever female equity partner in an all-male industry firm, in an accounting firm. She's a beast and a savage. Most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. So, like, for me, I think it's attractive to be around a woman who is, driven and such like that. And
it's not
if
my
I wasn't,
thing, but that
if I wasn't confident, she wouldn't be attracted to me. So confidence is huge for sure.
Well, that's everything though. Like no woman would be attracted to you if they're not confident. If you're not confident, it's people have this debate. Is it looks? Is it money? Like what is it? It's confidence. I promise you. If you just go up to guys, use this line. Use this line. And don't use it at bars. Bars are okay, but women are already combative at a bar or a club because they're getting hit on all the time. At a supermarket, at a ball game, at a movie theater, at whatever. You're playing mini golf and there's a bunch of girls hanging over there. Pick one out and say, hey, you in the teal shirt, I think you're cute. Come here. I want to talk to you. You know how much confidence that instills? That's not a pickup line. You're just being truthful. You in the teal shirt, I think you're cute. I want to talk to you. Come here. And let her walk to you. She will. I meet her halfway. That is a power move. Why? Because it instills nothing but confidence. It's not trying to come up with a one-liner. It's not trying to have game. It's simply playing the game. Chicks like confidence. If you say, hey, you in the teal shirt, I think you're cute. Come here. I want to talk to you. She will come to you.
Yeah, man. I definitely have never gone up to a girl and done that though. But
because you're still worried, like, well, what's a good line to use? What's good game to have?
When I was single, actions, mate, like dancing, making a girl laugh. I've always used humor.
So laughter is great. Laughter is great, but you have to be funny to do that. What if you're not funny? Right? Laughter is great. It is.
Or kind, or just being like kind. Like smiling. Smiling helps. Don't be mean. You know what I mean? Like simple. You don't have to overcomplicate this. I once interviewed a guy on my pod. I used to do an entrepreneurial podcast where I'd interview like. Lewis Howes was on my show, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, and I once interviewed this guy who was like a hustler. He was writing these books to like get girls to like you, and I went back and forth and was like, bro, you are giving out the worst advice trying to catch girls. If you're out there trying to get girls in a web and play a game psychologically, you're a scumbag in my opinion. Like you shouldn't have to force. If it's forced, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like life is play. Don't be too stressed out about it. I met Christina at the grocery store. I was going up an escalator, and like she waved at me, and I was like, "Hi." And so like I don't know, man. My perspective is a bit different. I would focus on yourself more than focusing on other people as well. If you're out there trying to get to the next level, you need to develop your skills. You need to focus on yourself and level up individually, and then the right people will come around you when it's time. But the idea that I'm going to go out there and like sneakily try to add little sort of like trick a girl into talking to me, man, that's not my style. But it's a good chat.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. Be upfront. Women love confidence. When I say, "Hey, you in the blue shirt, I think
Yeah,
you're cute. Come
yeah,
here. I
you
want
gotta
to talk to you."
speak. You gotta speak to him.
You got
But
to be the hunter, yeah, and it's
who is
got
the
to be male to woman, right? Because you're establishing that kind of that level of dominance.
who
Don't
the
talk
fuck
to a
is
woman to woman. Like, don't talk like you're the man. You're talking to the woman. I'm letting you know
posture
I'm
too, mate?
attracted to you. I'm not
Like,
being creepy and overly sexual, but I'm letting you know I'm interested in you, and I'm talking to you man to woman.
yeah, posture is important too, man. How you walk. People don't talk about posture enough. Tie your freaking shoes too, mate. Like
Yeah.
look
Yeah, be
presentable.
confident. And if you're
Yeah,
not, just fake
yeah,
it till you make it. Just pretend
yeah,
that you're confident. Over
yeah.
time, it's
Good
like any
advice.
sport. Just act like you're confident. And over time, you'll get better at it.
100%, man. You know what it's like, and I know what it's like uploading your first video with no one following you.
Yeah.
I did a live stream not too long ago with one person. It was probably my mom. So like, it's important. Confidence is everything, but also like I said, I really stand by because I'm a coach first. I'm a teacher and coach. I help people, and my clients rely on the advice I give them, and I really always start within you know whether it's your spirituality, it's your lifestyle habits, it's your psychology. You need to develop yourself first if you're looking to take your life in anywhere to the next level. There's nothing external that's going to help you. People are so quick with wanting to reach out and add something to their life, or hire this person, or let me buy this, or let me learn that. No, all of that shit's external. All that shit's a fake. It's a facade. If somebody says they have the secret recipe for you being happy, they're fucking lying to you. What you need to do is work on yourself, read, be disciplined, eat the right foods, stop getting fucking drunk, stop doing drugs, stop hanging around freaking idiots, and focus on yourself. And that's who I am right there in the sentence. I never go that
Yeah.
deep on my shit. I never talk like this in front of the boys, but this is that's what speaks to me. That's what's worked for me. But yeah.
Yeah.
I
No.
hate con artists. I hate
Yeah.
con artists, mate. That's what the guy I was interviewing on that podcast was like pitching a book to like get girls to sleep with you. And I'm like, bro, yeah. But you're right. Be confident. Life coaching. Don't call us a
That's
life
the
coach.
male improvement. You can, me and Johnny have a new podcast coming
Yeah.
out. Male improvement.
Yeah, dude. Level up, man. Round 13.
Yeah, no, I think the best advice that you can give to young men, and by young men I mean college age men, men in their 20s, right? Is just be the best version of you. Just be the
Yep.
best version of you, and then be confident in approaching women, and they'll fall to you. Right? The mistake that so many men make is creating a character of themselves.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, that woman's going to find out that the stuff you told, and we've all done it. We've all made up stories to tell women to try to get them to sleep with us. We've all done it, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's gonna, and maybe you play your cards right that night and it works one time, whatever. It's not a long-term game plan, right? The long-term game plan is to actually become that man that you're pretending to be, right? Build yourself up, be that man that you're impressed by, that you want to put this woman, this version of you in front of women, because women will like this man. Be that man. Be the best man that you can be. My cheat code is being 6'6". It helps. It's better than being 5'6".
Yeah.
But even if you're
Size-
5'6", the game is the same. It's just going to be a little tougher on you. Being 6'6" helps out.
we appreciate the honesty, Carmen. I
Yeah,
like it. 6'6". What was it?
it's gonna help.
What's the Texas rapper? Slim Thug, 6'6", long dick hustler, still repping the dude, I used to be on that Paul Wall and Mike Jones and Slim Thug, dude. When that shit was Swisher House, when that came out, boy. They don't know about that. Swisher House. What? But yeah, dude, we got deep, man. I like it. I'm all for it.
And always assume the close. Here, do you want to get a drink with me? No, wrong. So I have an hour. I don't have a lot of time. I have time to get one drink because I'm meeting up with friends. But I'm gonna take you for one drink now. Let her say no. She's gonna say, see how you say, you can ask any salesman, assume the sale. Anyone that sells cars for a living. They don't ask, would you like to buy this car? Here's the terms on the car. Come with me.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't
Well,
ask you to buy anything. I have an hour. I have time for one drink. I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna buy you a drink. She will
yeah,
come with you.
directive. It's
Yes.
just,
Do you want to get a drink with me? Well, you give it her an out. Don't give her an out. Why wouldn't she want to come with you? It's ridiculous. That notion that she wouldn't want to come with you. It's
but bro,
absurd. Of course she does.
but dude, I have, but in the past, in my 20s, and dude, I lived in Las Vegas. I was a bartender on the Strip in Las Vegas. I was a bartender in LA, in Hollywood, and so like my point is, I used to live that life, right? I've been around it in my 20s and my 30s. And when you're in your 20s, a bank account doesn't matter. You can just get laid just off a chat. But when you get older, as you approach your 30s and 40s, it does matter how you carry yourself. And my advice to all the boys out there, if you don't have your
Yeah.
shit together, if you don't have your
Get it together. Get it
if you
together.
don't have your
Yeah.
shit together, there's nobody that's going to help you. There's no girl that's going to make your life better if you haven't made your own life better. And don't look for anything external to make your life better. Everything you need, you already have. But people don't like to hear that. Nobody wants to work for it. You got to develop yourself, man. Last thing, if we want to, I want to 2013, I just moved to Sydney. I was bartending. I wasn't doing shit with my grad degree, drinking every night. I was a freaking moron. And I get to Sydney and I told myself, I'm never working in a bar again and I'm going to work at a health club. I hadn't worked out in like 5 years. I was a lifelong athlete, but I spent the last 5 years just drinking,
Yeah.
partying, doing blow, acting like an idiot. And I get a job at a gym selling memberships. And I had to like get people to join the gym, right? And then I remember the first day I see this dude on the pull-up bar. He's doing pull-ups. So I was like, I wonder how many pull-ups I could do. And I could do one. And I told myself from that moment onwards, I'm gonna make myself do a set of 100. I'm gonna work myself up to do that. And then I remember I filmed my first time hitting a heavy bag. And I hadn't hit a heavy bag since I was 14. I upload it's on Instagram. You go through my videos and it's up there. And I was 30, I think. I hadn't hit the bag since my parents made me quit boxing, and I looked horrible. And I uploaded it because I told myself I'm showcasing this because I know I'm not going to quit. I know I'm not going to stop. And there'll be a time when the video looks a lot different, and I'll have this as a receipt to look at. And with the pull-up story, during the pandemic, I did this contest, an hour. How many pull-ups do you think you could do with a 60-minute clock if you were like,
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. That's a
Mine's
really
up
good
on
question.
YouTube. You could go see mine. How many do you think I did it with a
How much
60-minute
do you
clock?
weigh? How much do you weigh?
At the time, I was 84 kilos, so 188 pounds at the time.
35. 35.
So in an hour, how many?
I don't know. Because I'm thinking, like, if you do 10 and then you take a little break, you do, I don't know, 40, 50? How many could you do?
Not in a minute, an hour.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Because your arms are going to fall off at some point.
For the whole hour. So, boys, what I'm about
Why
to
don't you
tell
just
you,
tell us the answer? Yeah, I don't know
I
the
did
answer.
536.
Oh, wow. Pull-ups?
Yeah, pull-ups. And the video's on my YouTube. So
All right, I'll check it out.
I'm a strength coach. So what you do is you just put the clock on for an hour, you count down, and you just do as many as you can. Pronated grip wide here. And so I remember how it felt to not be able to do one pull-up. And now
Yeah.
I could do sets. I do sets of 30, like in one set.
Okay.
But it's my point was nobody's gonna save you. You have to fucking
Yeah.
change yourself. And now
That's the best part of being a man is understanding that no one cares and no one is coming to save you, right?
yeah.
I can't tell you like how many homeless shelters there are, right? The home, I need a place to say, oh no, this is for women and children. What about me? You can die in the streets. We don't really care, right? Like Chris Rock said this in '96, right? Like only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men have to earn that.
What is so? Entertainment says respectfully, Johnny and Gary are the last people that I would take advice. And that comment,
that's fine,
is wild to me, all things considered. Were you pulling girls in your sailor outfit? I wasn't in the military. My sailor outfit.
Someone said that you were wearing a sailor outfit on your live. I didn't see this. What is this in reference to?
I dressed up for Halloween 2 years. Last year's Popeye maybe, but my life.
All right, I don't know. I've heard someone else mention this too. I don't know what it's in reference to.
I wasn't in the military, but the whole thing I did. I'm fortunate enough to have dated some amazing women in my past. Like when I look back on my exes, I love all my ex-girlfriends. Like it was the best advice anyone ever gave me. One of my mentors in college said, what tears the male mind apart is the regret from failed relationships. So he told me when I was 24, he said, I only look back at the girls I used to date when what they meant to me when they were at their best. I only look back at my exes when I love them. So when that dude entertainment said that, don't take advice from me.
No,
I've been
it's fine.
involved.
Yeah.
I've been involved with some amazing, successful, educated, beautiful women, and I'm currently involved with Christina's the love of my life. So don't take advice from me. you know,
I offer the advice. If you think it's bad advice, don't take it. That's
I
fine.
literally 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My undergrad is in psychology, so I have a bachelor's in sports psychology. And for you, bipolar, to admit that on this platform, thank you for being that open with us, man.
Yeah. And it's good to have you back too. It's good to
One
have
hundred
you here.
percent, brother, dude, bro. That you being that vulnerable with us, man. Thank you. You had a short dancing. Oh, that was Halloween, baby.
That was
Oh,
Halloween.
so you had a short dancing in a sailor outfit. You took it down, played it. Oh, I'll post that shit right after. That was from Halloween last year. Oh, dude, you can see me. I grew up dancing. See, these boys get kind of insecure because they probably don't know how to dance. I grew up hip hop dancing. You could see
All right,
you could see all the shorts on my channel. Go to my YouTube. What are you talking about? They're all up there.
Johnny, this was good. I gotta wrap. We've been live for an hour. I gotta end this. This was good.
What
We'll
day
do
is
this
it,
again
bro? I'm
next
in
week.
like a Gary. You
It's
got me in a
Tuesday night
vacuum.
for me. It's Wednesday morning, Wednesday
Ah,
afternoon. I don't know. It's
no,
about
it's
Wednesday
Wednesday.
at noon time, your time. It's Tuesday night for me.
Hey
Tuesday
man, I want to
evening.
say thank you to all your people, the ones who agreed with us, the ones who disagreed with us, the ones who were vulnerable with us. Gary, I tell you all the time, that's what we're doing, brother. We're building a community here.
Absolutely. Not only boxing picks and boxing breakdowns, but also mail improvement, which we started
I,
today.
I didn't know that you worked with the homeless, man. That's something we should chat about off
Yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah. I
I,
do a lot of work. I got a heart for the
I,
homeless. Yes.
I had a charity a couple years ago called Heals for Hope, where I was getting all the shoes from my gym and I was taking it to the homeless shelter. So I'm all about that too. But that's cool to learn. I didn't know that.
Bipolar. I'm gonna do a live based on my stay Monday at 7 p.m. Yeah, drop a link. You want to come on my show, talk? Tease it a little bit. Feel free. But you want to come on, do a commercial, tease your live. Let me know. I'll
These are
have you on.
important chats
We
to
can
have,
talk.
man.
Yeah,
Dude, we
for
lost.
sure.
Think about who we lost just in the last month, man. Unbelievable in boxing. We lose. It seems like we lose somebody with from mental health like every month, every week in boxing. Ricky Hatton, man, freaking horrific.
Yeah. The father too. He got kids he left behind. Obviously Campbell and
Oh,
others. I think. Yeah.
dude, the people, his basically mentor found him. Oh, mate, nobody likes
Yeah.
talking about it. But
I
yeah,
had
I know.
a good friend in college who got up, went to college in New York. He moved to San Francisco and joined Green Corps Peace, like some environmental
Greenpeace,
thing. There you go. Yeah. Over by Stanford, near San Francisco. And he had a bunch of roommates who all went home for Christmas. They came back. They found him literally hanging there when they came back from Christmas.
heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Man, he's
real
like
thing.
23. He's like 23 years old. Shout
He
out
was
to
a
him.
baby. He was a
Yeah.
baby. Horrible.
All right. I got to wrap. Guys,
Check out my Sailor video, boys. I'm posting that Sailor video.
Oh, Johnny, hang on I need you to hang on 1 second. Wait. Just don't.
Okay.
Let me. I'm gonna end this, guys. November 4th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.